Thank you so much, Royan, for joining the We Don't Play podcast show today, man. How are you?
Never been better, brother. I hope everyone's having a great day. I'm so excited about this episode.
Me too, man. Like, when I think about how we met and how we've connected, this episode should definitely lift up some people's spirits and let them know that anything is possible in this world if you really put your mind to it, you know?
Absolutely, man. Like I always tell this to everyone that you just have. I mean, it sounds dramatic, right, and cliche, but it is true. If you believe it, you can make things happen. A lot of people out there are actually unable to move forward because they don't even believe themselves. You know.
Right.
So yeah, you just have to believe in yourself or believe that one person that believes in you. And if no one believes in you, like don't have that one person, you have to find that strength to believe in yourself.
So true.
I love that.
So true. Man, I would love people to know you better. You know, just tell us who you are, what you do, and, you know, how did you get to this point you are in your business today?
Awesome. Well, how do I introduce myself? My name is Royan, and I'm an online entrepreneur, just like you guys. And I my LinkedIn title officially is a client acquisition consultant. So I help my clients, our clients, scale their business to 50K, 100K MRR worth of revenue.
Wow. You know, when you say it like this, someone's like, "Oh, okay. How do I get there myself?" You know, people start thinking that way. So, you know, with today's topic on, you know, building that asset, building that mindset, because I think everything starts off with a mindset first. You know, somebody wants to scale to $1 million and you're like, okay, if I break it down, I can get this number. I just need this number of people to pay me this amount of money to get to this goal. How do you see it for yourself? Like, what's the perception that brings you to that point where you feel comfortable to scale and also think about the timeline you have to make that goal work for you?
Well, that's a very powerful question, brother, right? First of all, there's always this what and why, right? You always have to have that conversation with yourself. Like, what is your what? And then you need to ask, like, why? Why is that your what, right? So one of the few things that changed the course of my life. I mean, I used to be broke. Like I was an entrepreneur, like putting businesses here and there, and then also I'm a student, and every business which is failing from one business to another. However, my mindset back then was just like I just want to do business because if it's either I will earn money or I will learn experience, or I will get experience, which is I believe a very very powerful way for me to move things before because I was just trying to fail to learn a lot. Nevertheless, one day I found out that I'm gonna have a baby, and having a baby, it's not about like okay, I have to make money, right? So that was the very first time where I actually set a specific amount of money that I need to make, and I put a date on it and when to achieve it. So it was like, so I'll give you an example. You could say about like 1,000 a month. I need to start making 1,000 a month in just 30 days. Within 30 days, I need to start making $1,000 a month, and I actually was able to do it. So I left my entrepreneurship journey and like looked for a job, and I got a good job and was like making this money, right? And but at that point, that is the very first time that I actually set a goal with a timeline and I was able to hit it. So to answer your question, you will know when that it's right time for you to scale when you are already there. Does that make sense? You don't even plan for it. When you get to that point, because some people would be happy for a certain level. Like when I got to a point where I was 100K, some would be happy with that already, right? But then you ask the what and the why, and if it's still burning, there's still a bigger why, then you go to the next level. So does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think one of the things that caught my attention on what you said was set a goal, set a date, because you work towards that deadline. Some people want to make
Yeah.
a million in 3 days or in 30 years, but when you have that actual date, it kind of sets the tone, and every hour counts.
Yes, yes. And let me tell you this: if you actually somehow have to be realistic, but if you tell yourself, I want to make $1 million in 30 days, and you actually fully commit, it's actually possible. But at the same time, if you really want to become a millionaire, you also have to look at the vehicle. So this is one thing that I actually learned from dozens of millionaires that I watched, and all of them were saying the same thing. You actually have to look at the vehicle. I'll give you an example. If your goal is to make $1 million in 30 days, and you're working in McDonald's, but like I don't mean any disrespect. It's just example. There is no way that you're gonna make that money, right? But if you look into like, man, what maybe I can sell houses. That's possible, right? Because there's a lot of money there. So that's what I mean. So when I was just starting out, I was actually selling my services at a very low rate. It was like 100, 200, and in the first month of business, I made $200, and then from there, just started thinking like the vehicle. If I sell $200 services, it would be very difficult for me to actually hit this particular goal. So that's what I'd like to share. Look at the vehicle, whatever it is that you're currently at. What is your vehicle right now? The vehicle that you're riding right now to achieve your financial goal. You need to look at that and check if it's possible for you to get to where you want to be with the current vehicle that you're riding right now. And if not, it's okay to move away from it and then pivot and then look for a bigger, or maybe it's time for you to level up, right?
Yeah, so true. And time is a luxury. Time is luxury, and some people
Yes.
know how to spend that time well. Some people just while away time, and they're like, I don't know what to do. I'll just wait and see. If you think about that 1 year plan and time, how are you able to make that money in amount of time that you don't have to trade time for money?
No, that's a good question, right? Number one, always 10x your stuff, right? So, like you probably heard about Grant Cardone. He talks about 10x, right? And I actually, to be honest, haven't read the book yet, or haven't seen him explain that thing. But from my own perspective, what I think it means is simply looking at things from a 10x perspective, right? So I'll give you an example. If I am contacting 100 people a day right now to make $1,000, then it means that I want to 10x that and contact 1,000 people a day so that I can make $10,000. Does that make sense? And once I get that, then I need to contact 10,000 people so that I can do $100,000. So it's about 10x, 10x in that way. And then the second one is that always look into selling a result, right? So one of the most common mistakes that we do as entrepreneurs is that we sell our services. But actually the right thing to do is to sell the result or the transformation that our services can bring to our clients. If you always try to sell your services, or you sell your time for money, then it would be very difficult. But when you start selling results and transformation, and then it's super scalable, because you can then pass that on. You can pass that process, that framework, to like your staff, and they can help more people, or you can sell that particular framework and system. So that's one thing that could also save you and help you scale your company without giving up more of your time, by turning whatever it is that you have, your expertise, your experience, how you to get to and sell it as a system. So I'll give you an example. If your expertise is making sunny side up, right? So you of course have a process to create that sunny side up, right? Like you hit the pan, you put the oil, you put the egg in the very nice way possible, you put the salt, put some pepper. That's a framework. That's step by step. Of course, it's just an example, but that particular framework is something that you can sell. You can sell people that don't know how to cook egg. Like, just think about this from a marketing perspective. There are a lot of people out there who, let's say, are men, and they want to impress their girl. They don't have any idea how to cook, and they don't want to impress the girl that they like. you can sell them how to cook egg. You can give them the framework. Hey, this is a framework for you to create an egg. So just think about if you can. Now we are paid based on, let's say, the problem that we are solving, right? So the bigger the problem we can solve, and we can actually create a process and framework for them to solve that problem, you can sell it, and it's, it becomes scalable.
That was a great example. When I now think about the contacting part, someone's going to think, and this is just for the audience listening, because I know they're going to wonder, okay, if I need to reach 100 people, 1,000 people, 10,000 people, where do I find them? Am I going to DM everyone, or do I keep DMing on Facebook to the point where I'm blocked? People are thinking like that traditionally. Is there a way that someone can do it without having to, because it's still time they're spending, really? So I know right now there's a system that allows people to do more than just typing by themselves, but some people don't even know anything. Like you said, some people don't know how to cook an egg or fry an egg. The same way they don't know how to contact people or know what to say when they contact the person.
Well, and you want me to give them some tips on how they can actually get started?
Yeah, something at least to stir the water.
Stir the water. Okay, so everyone have social media accounts, right? So you probably have social media accounts. You're watching right now, you probably have social media accounts. You can get started by using your Instagram, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, and contact 50 people a day. That's 150 people a day times 20. That's 3,000 people a month. If you don't know what to say, just ask them a question. Ask the person that you are trying to contact if they need this particular thing that you are, that can help them with. And sometimes it could be just a simple question. Hey, so you have a business, how's it going, right? You start a conversation and then see where it's going to go.
That's a great one.
So because it's not about it's about you getting results, right? When you get a result, you can when you execute, you get a result. Then there's an outcome. You can optimize it. Make sense? That is like this that tip is like so easy, but everyone's not doing it. Like a lot of people not doing it. Make sense? And it's just about execution, and then later on you can scale it. You can automate that process. You can create multiple accounts. You can delegate it to a virtual assistant, and then 10x. Like, so I'm doing 150 a day. How can I do 1,500 a day? Right?
That is so true, and I think it's that time value that you mentioned. If somebody can spend 10 minutes, doing it consistently, then they can put that aside and say, okay, I'm going to spend 30 minutes reaching out to these people, send the same question, and see what happens. And I'm sure not everyone will respond, but the ones who do respond are the ones that you want to pay attention to. And then go a step further and say, okay, how can I contact you? Have a way that you can be contacted, or through calls, text, messaging, or even keep it on the platform until there's something solid, And some people don't even know, okay, now I have a business, now I want to make money. How do I get paid? There's always another question after the answer has been given.
Absolutely. And this is how I started. I started with contacting people via LinkedIn. I was contacting 100 people a day via LinkedIn before. Like LinkedIn, that's something you can do before. You can send 100 connections a day, and then you can also send 100 messages a day. And so it's something that's where I started. And that was actually also the service that I was providing back then. So literally the thing that I was doing was also the one that I was helping my clients with. So if you're thinking like, man, I don't have anything to offer, then offer the exact same thing that you are doing already. Tell the business owner, hey, would you need someone that is going to help you contact your leads via Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn? If you contact 3,000 people, most probably there's no way that you're not going to get at least one client.
So true. So true. Wow. This is perfect, bro. You've literally said it's in such a short time that someone can watch this and listen to it over and over again and actualize it, because there's a difference between just listening and enjoying the conversation and actually taking notes and applying it to implementation to the point where you're like, oh, it's not that hard, but time is like, oh, I have this to take care of, I have this bill to pay, I don't know how to do these things. But everyone has 24 hours. If you can spend 10% of that, just focusing on that alone for,
Absolutely.
You never know where you could get to in a year from now.
That's true, and it's a chicken and egg problem, right? If you're in a situation where you actually don't have enough money, that is because you're not spending your time in in activities that's going to make you money. That's just it. Make sense? Because everyone has 24 hours,
Exactly.
and everyone could just spend like 1 hour to try to make money online. And it's just like the playing field now is like super amazing because of internet. So don't let get behind.
Exactly. So, so true. Man, you have brought the gems to this show. I appreciate you. I really appreciate your conversation and how we have been able to, allow people to listen to what we've talked about and give practical examples from the egg. Everyone knows an egg, so it's not rocket science. It's something that they can be able to apply, but apply to their own
Yeah.
business.
Not sure about that example, but yeah, I hope everyone got it.
No, that's perfect because that's what they'll remember on the show. They'll remember all the formulas, but they'll
Yeah.
definitely remember that story and then think
Think
about.
about your egg, guys. Think about your sunny side up. Everyone has a sunny side up. It could just be anything. It could just be anything. Just get started. Make your first dollar, and then your 100, and then your 1,000, and then your 10K, and then your 100K, and then your million. It's all gonna make sense. It's all gonna make sense.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Royan. I really appreciate this. If there's a way they want to connect with you, work with you, what are the options they have available?
Oh, just type my name on Google, Royan, Nide, Royan, and idea. And I want to, tell everyone that it's the favor, like this guys like favor is like the ones like moving things forward, like just look at the effort to actually make this podcast happen. Like just that's execution, guys. That's execution. So that's what you want. That's what you want to do. It's all about execution. It's all about execution. Always remember, we're not here to build a business. We're here to leave a legacy. Once you start looking into like what you can actually give to the world, then you're going to start looking into working into like it's kind of like once you find the reason why you're working, you're going to be unstoppable.
So true. So, so true. Thank you so much, Royan. I appreciate you, man. Can't wait to bring you back in the new season, and I look forward to connecting with you again.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, everyone. Cheers.
Cheers.